Chicago Cubs News Today.
What's up, Cubs fans? Jake Reynolds here. And look, if you follow what happens at Wrigley Field, today's news deserves a lot of your attention. We thought the storm of injuries at the start of this season was already bad enough, right? That atmosphere of worry that keeps any of us awake at night. But the front office is making moves behind the scenes. There's a heavy-hitting veteran, an experienced guy, who is just sitting out there on the open market right now. And negotiations are heating up right under our noses. Because this story is way more important than it seems. It's not just about plugging a hole in the roster, it's about not letting the season go down the drain in April. And when you understand what's happening, and especially who our biggest competitor for him is, the situation changes completely. That's exactly what we need to talk about today. So, pull up a chair, have a seat, and let's break it all down right now. Man, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. The last few days haven't been easy for those who wear blue and red. We came into this 2026 season with massive expectations. We got a taste of the playoffs last year. The energy at the friendly confines was absurd, and we wanted more. But what happened? The medical department became the most crowded place on our team. Our rotation and our bullpen have been absolutely decimated by injuries. The biggest blow, without a shadow of a doubt, was Cade Horton. We spent the whole winter imagining what this kid was going to do on the mound, and then the doctors come out and say he needs surgery on his right elbow. Season over for him before it even really started. That hurts. It hurts the player, and it hurts us fans. And it doesn't stop there. Phil Maton with knee tendonitis. Hunter Harvey, who is crucial to our relief pitching, with triceps inflammation. The weight is now falling entirely on a rotation that is already at its limit. Yes, Matthew Boyd is close to returning from that bicep strain, and thank God for that. But let's be real. We can't rely on a guy coming back from injury to save our pitching staff. The math doesn't add up. We need arms. We need outside help. And that's where the market comes into play. And in the middle of this chaos, the press drops a bombshell. You guys know how this works. When the team is being sold, the baseball operations department has its hands tied. They don't have the financial flexibility to go out handing big contracts out of nowhere, because the old owners don't want to spend, and the new ones haven't taken over yet. This is the perfect opening. It's the moment for the Cubs to bulldoze the market. We have the money, we have the structure, and we urgently need the rotation. If the Padres have the handbrake pulled, the Chicago Cubs have to hit the gas. Think with me about the impact of having Giolito in our clubhouse tomorrow. First, you take the immediate pressure off the kids who would have to get called up from AAA ahead of schedule. Second, you give our bullpen an absurd amount of relief. When you have a guy who can throw 6-7 consistent innings, the rest of the team plays looser. Not to mention it would be the perfect storyline. Bringing in a guy who spent the best years of his career on the other side of town, wearing black and white, and now putting him in blue in the friendly confines to fight for a division title. The guy still has gas in the tank, wants to prove he deserves a strong contract, and is hungry for the ball. The combination of a player with a desire to prove himself and a team in need of an unlikely hero. Look, that usually works out really well in baseball. The reality is that the 162-game season doesn't forgive those who stand still crying over injuries. Is Cade Horton going to be missed? A lot. Is our bullpen hurting? Yes. But the championship window is open for us right now. We are a playoff team. The front office needs to look at Lucas Giolito not as an expense, but as the necessary investment to keep the boat afloat, while our main guys recover. We have the financial advantage over the Padres at this exact moment. It's time to pick up the phone, make the offer, and close the deal. But now I want to hear from you guys watching. What's your read on this situation? Do you think the Cubs should pay what Giolito is asking and bring him to Wrigley Field once and for all? Or do you think it's too risky to bet on a veteran and prefer to look for a smaller trade? Drop down in the comments and leave your opinion. Because here, the voice of the bleachers is what rules. Thanks so much for watching until the end. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any updates on the team of our hearts. Let's hope this front office makes a move. Fly the W, much love, go Cubs go, and see you next time.